Greetings YouTube, Fuzz here, once again back with Dragon Quest XI, and it's actually been about 6-7 weeks since I last recorded an episode of this series, so I did take a break, as I mentioned at the end of the last episode, in order to, just take control of Kingdom Hearts 3. And I've pretty much finished up with that game now. Still a ways to go on it in terms of getting the Platinum Trophy, but we have gone ahead, finished up the story, completed the game, so it's just finishing up the loose odds and ends in order to get that one completed. So as I slow down with Kingdom Hearts 3, I once again would like to pick up the pace for Dragon Quest XI. I know some of you aren't really interested in that other game, so you've been really patient as I've been pushing on ahead with it, waiting for this series to continue, and that begins today. So thanks again to everybody that's waited so patiently for this to happen, and here we are once more. Okay then, right, introductions out the way, let's get started. So, having reminded myself of where we left off since it's been such a long time, we've gone ahead and re-recruited Jade back into the party. We are making good progress at getting everybody back in, I believe, as we push ahead through Act 2 here of the game. And I can't believe we're like 60 hours in already and we're still pushing on with the story. This is such a huge game. So, one of the other events that's happened for us now is that the casino has opened up, but opened up properly. So, the monsters are gone. The kind of faux version of the casino is gone and the real version is back with us. And also there's going to be a new game for us to take part in, which is helpful because we also previously picked up a secret side quest called Rich's Rock Hard Roulette Challenge. And unfortunately that quest is going to be a little bit annoying to complete, but I'll talk about that in due course. Right now, the casino is back as I mentioned, so we're going to go straight on ahead and start playing some games, start collecting some tokens, because there's going to be a whole bunch of new prizes opened up to us, and I'll just briefly show some of those to you. Already got 40,000 tokens, but some of these prizes are going to be a fair bit more than that. As you can see here, they get very, very expensive indeed, which I guess is a little bit annoying, but some of these things we are going to want to certainly get, especially for that Platinum Trophy. These scandalous swimsuit, for example, which costs 70,000 tokens, is in fact a costume for Jade, so it is something we are going to want to, as I say, for that trophy, collect at some point. Alright then guys, well I'm going to mess about with some of the games, see what it is we can do, what we can play, what the best ways of winning trophies, get familiar with the new game, and then I'll be right back with you. Let's get started. Before you do anything else then, first thing I'm going to recommend is you head just upstairs to the VIP area, and as you approach make sure you stay to the right, and the reason for that is you'll find the next Puff Puff girl. So let's just go ahead and speak to her, lest we forget later on, and then we'll actually concentrate on all the casino stuff proper. So go through the whole Puff Puff process. Okay, brilliant stuff. Let's move on. Next up then, we're going to start working on the quest. And in order to do this, we're going to go ahead and speak to the dude here with the quest icon. And he's going to want us to play roulette. So actually, I'm not going to do that just yet. And the reason for that is if we go over to this girl here by this kind of gold tower, she's going to give us a brief introduction about who she is. And in a nutshell, she's the Jackpot girl. And she's standing next to the Jackpot tower, and she just goes over what a jackpot is. But the reason we want to speak to her is she's going to tell us, basically, in a little bit of code, when it's possible to win the jackpot. And the reason that's important is to complete this quest, we have to actually win the jackpot, which is really, really annoying. Now, what we're going to do is just keep an eye on some of the things she says, because what we want her to say is, I have a feeling someone will be winning the whole pile before long. Okay, now right now, she's not saying that. So how do we get her to say that? By the way, I think you can win the jackpot even if she doesn't say that, but your chances are much, much lower. So you're just wasting your time, in my opinion, until we can get her to say that. So what we're going to do is go and rest it and in, save our game and come back. And we're going to speak to her again, and if she still isn't saying it, we're going to repeat that process, and we're going to do so until eventually she does say that particular line, I have a feeling someone will be winning the whole pile before long. So I'm going to get on with that and be back with you in a minute. Resting up at inn time. Right, so I've just returned to the bunny or the bunny girl rather, for about the 4th time now. So I've rested 4 times. And of course, when you rest, make sure you rest until night time. So you can actually get into the casino. And there we have it, look. We finally got this line. I got a real strong feeling someone will be winning the whole pile before too long. Okay, so that's exactly what we want to see. And when we get that, before we place a single bet, we're going to create an autosave. So get some tokens if need be. And then when you've, got everything you want, head back out of here. Just momentarily. And then back up the steps. And then that should create an autosave for us. Yep, there we go, auto-saving. Now we're going to speak to the dude who the quest wants us to speak to. And we're still not just going to go ahead and win the jackpot easily here, unfortunately. But there is something we can do to just increase our odds even further. So we'll go ahead and accept the quest. Okay, yada 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 yada. Okay, so that's the quest officially accepted. Which I guess is what we need to now. We need to just go ahead and speak to the roulette woman. And I think you can do this on some of the other tables as well. But this is the one that we're going to choose. In fact, I think this is the only one that you can win the jackpot on for the quest. So we'll go ahead and select it. We don't actually need to speak to the woman. Right, so how do we do this? Okay, well basically then, we'll go through the tutorial very briefly because it's probably your first time playing. We're going to bet on numbers here. And how the numbers are selected by the roulette is going to determine our winnings. Now the good thing is that we can actually select multiple numbers at a single time. Obviously it's going to cost us more. Now we're not guaranteed to win the jackpot even if we select absolutely everything. But we can increase our odds by selecting everything, but that's going to cost a ton of tokens, of course. So what I'm going to recommend is, let's just go through this, is selecting the numbers 12 and 14. Okay, that's going to be my recommendation. So we'll just make sure that 12 is selected there with 200 and 14 is selected as well. I'm not sure if it makes much. Oh yeah, that's fine. Yeah, 12 and 14, which are on the evens. And the reason we're doing that is because according to the internet, the game is slightly, at least based on the statistics, obviously we can't know from the code, but the game seems to be slightly rigged to do payouts more often with these numbers selected. Okay, so it's not a guarantee that you're going to win, but it is an increase to your odds. So you can go ahead and just select all the numbers if you want to spend that many tokens. But obviously that's going to put you out quite quickly. If you've got a lot of tokens, it might be worth it. And don't forget to make use of your autosave if you do run out of tokens and you want to try again. But with both of those selected, we're going to go ahead and spin. And now we're just going to have to be patient. And see what happens here. So you can see the ones we've selected are highlighted in green. Okay. Now what we need to do to actually get the jackpot is not only have one of our numbers selected, but we also need to have it land on the jackpot icon. Which, as you can see, if we'd had selected 29 then, we would have won, but we wouldn't have won the jackpot. So it is a bit of an annoying situation. However, that's pretty much all there is to it. So it's just a case of selecting these two numbers, or selecting everything, if you want to, spend the tokens a little quicker. By the way, if you select everything, you are guaranteed to win, but just not guaranteed to win the jackpot. So we've got to get 12 or 14. We got 14. So we are going to win something, but obviously not the jackpot in this case. So we win times 36, not too shabby at all. 7,200 tokens, which will help out, I guess, towards not running out of tokens again too quickly. So I'm just going to go ahead and keep playing the way that I'm playing here, and hopefully, eventually, I'll win the jackpot, and when I do, if I do, I'll let you know how long it takes. Do you want to know the funny thing? I know I edited the video. This jackpot was the very next spin. You have not missed out on a spin. Okay? I've just shown you the very next spin and I happened to win the jackpot. So, there we have it, guys. Maybe I was just very, very lucky. Or maybe these little tips and tricks I've shared with you are really that powerful. But there we have it. 1 million tokens. Not too shabby at all, eh? That should keep us going for a while. Maybe let me get a few prizes, etc. Yeah, so in total, I think I did, what, 3 spins? And we managed to win that jackpot. So the tokens will now all be gone from the jackpot, which means that we'd have to reset it again day by day in order to get another jackpot if we wanted to win that. But we've done it, guys. So we're going to get a whole bunch of accolades, no doubt, here. And we'll go ahead and speak to Richie. Let him know the good news. I can't believe that. I thought I'd be here all day. Obviously not. There we go, look. Brilliant. So the quest is complete. I'm just going to see if we need to stop by the previous girl outside the casino. Other than that, I'm quite happy with that. I honestly thought I was going to be here for several hours trying to win that jackpot. But alas, nope. Didn't have to. Wonderful stuff. But folks, yeah, please do share in the comments how long it takes you to win the jackpot if you follow along with the tips that I've shared with you. Making sure, of course, that the bunny girl outside the jackpot tower records or reads that line that I shared with you about somebody winning imminently or whatever it was. And then rolling only on the numbers 12 and 14 repeatedly. Because literally 3 spins was all it took for me. So, be interested to know how long it takes you to find out whether I was just lucky there. Or whether or not, you know, that is just a commonplace to always win at that point. Anyhow, the girl has gone. Which means that, I guess, the quest is complete. I know we got the quest complete sign, but I mean, I didn't know if there was any follow-up or anything by speaking with her. And I'm guessing there isn't. Alright then, folks. Well, not the longest episode in the end, since we won that quite quickly, but I hope you've enjoyed this first episode of our comeback to Dragon Quest XI. And I'll make sure to get a few more uploaded before I start. So, a few more recorded before I start uploading. So as to make sure that you guys are going to have a regular stream of Dragon Quest XI content going forward. Yeah, thanks again for joining me today, everybody. Hope you have a fantastic day. See you all again soon. Take care. Goodbye.